Greetings and welcome to Simmer's Game Day, brought to you by Equity.Guru, investment advice for madmen and millennials. You could kind of say that's what I'm doing here as well. I was originally doing these for a bookie or a wagering service. And when I went 11-4 over the first three sessions, they were kind of like, Simmer, yeah, we kind of like the idea of, generating interest, but we don't want to be giving away money. So they said, let's not do that. So we're just going to give this a whirl and help you folks out a little bit with some kind advice as it relates to NHL hockey, but only as it relates to Canadian-based hockey teams. Short, sweet, simple, quick, efficient. Here we go. We have ourselves the Ottawa Senators at the Boston Bruins. And I'm actually leaning in different directions for completely different criteria, a whole slew of criteria. In this case, the Senators always play the Boston Bruins close. They played them close to 1-goal hockey games this year, once post-regulation, and they've also been shut out 2-0. Doesn't matter if the game's in Ottawa, doesn't matter if the game's in Boston. Obviously, they don't really have much to play for other than young kids showing up for next year. The Bruins obviously do have something to play for. Holy mackerel, how about if they could slide out of that wild card position and into a third place position in the Atlantic Division, and we could see a Toronto-Boston first-round matchup. That would be something. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just go with the Ottawa Senators. Senators here. I'm not saying upset special. I'm just saying, let's think sense. The Washington Capitals at the Toronto Maple Leafs. Leafs are coming off a 5-2 loss to the Buffalo Sabres 2 nights ago. So a little bit embarrassed. They'll probably bounce back from that. They are an excellent home record, but there will be some motivation. Ovi always plays well in TO, and he'll be jacked up. It's Ovi against Austin. So getting a goal and a half, I kind of like the Caps. This will probably be a high-scoring affair. I reckon, I haven't glanced again recently, that I think the over-under is probably a 6. So you might want to go. It's also Ilya Samsonov against Jack Campbell. Will this begin the Jack Campbell meltdown? It's going to happen. I'm just wondering if it's going to start happening already. So either way, leaning Caps, leaning over, but mostly leaning Caps. Edmonton at Nashville. Edmonton's getting a goal and a half. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet on this one. I like Mike Smith and the Edmonton Oilers in this game against the Nashville Predators, who have been kind of all over the place as of late. Obviously a motivated hockey team, but I'm going to take Mr. McDavid and a goal and a half. So a quickie there for you. Vegas at Calgary. Well, we don't know who the goalie is yet. Robin Lehner wasn't overly impressive against the Vancouver Canucks the other night. We could see Logan Thompson. We're definitely going to be seeing Jacob Markstrom for the Calgary Flames. Flames are pretty much kind of chilled out at this point in terms of the Pacific Division race. They have 99 points. Edmonton's next at 90. So they know kind of where they're at. They're not going to catch Colorado for home ice in the Western Conference or throughout the playoffs. So it would be Vegas, definitely the more motivated club, with Mark Stone in his second game back. This one's a toughie. In fact, I'm just going to leave it alone. I originally was thinking over, but I'm not going to sway either direction. I think too tough to pick. In Arizona at the Vancouver Canucks. Hey, listen, this is not the 7-game homestand. This is not game 5 against Detroit, when the Canucks soiled themselves and kind of ruined things there for a while before they hit the road and started winning again. It will be Karel Vejmelka. It will be Thatcher Demko. They're going with the big boy. That bodes well. I will give up the goal and a half against Arizona, a team that has the worst record, least amount of points in the National Hockey League, not motivated. It's a group of individuals